Good morning. All right. So, really quick, this is the last few days, less than a week, of our raffle. If you would like the opportunity to try and win a 2-hour meditative experience with me, you definitely still have a couple days left to do that. You simply go to here. You go here. There we go. solarsynergistics.com/raffle. I'm going to go ahead and let that crawl at the bottom of the screen. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard was feeling emotions that do not belong to you. There we go. Feeling other people's things again. There we go. Let's go ahead and get some cards ready. How are you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Is everyone coping with these energies okay? There's been a lot of stuff, a lot of energy stuff going on. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I just got to. Okay, we'll take that. Okay, there we go. Oops, put that there. So with all of the energies that are wafting around, some of your abilities are going to be taking back up. Okay, that means you're going to be able to feel things that you normally wouldn't be able to feel. You're going to be aware of certain things, a deep sadness. It's a sense of like this very, very deep sadness, like a very deep sadness. Pulling that. Hold on. Have you guys been kind of having these mood fluctuations that you don't quite understand? Yes, lots of naps. I said to a really good friend yesterday, I'm going to just take a quick nap. And I napped for, I think, like almost 4 hours. Yeah, almost 4 hours. What? I'm not even ashamed. I napped for nearly 4 hours. All right. Okay, I'm told not this deck. Put you here. This deck? All right. Let's get started. Yes, almost like a sense of despair. Like almost like a desperation, like anger, desperation, sadness, emptiness. It's a whole bunch of different things, whole bunch of different emotions. And these emotions have been up and down is what I'm hearing. I don't know how it's going to be fixed. I don't know if it can be fixed. I also don't know if these are emotions that someone's having that will ever stop, to be honest, until the appropriate action is taken to resolve whatever created this circumstance. It feels like it's just like stuck. Like how my desiccated bovine is stuck in my throat right now. I'm telling y'all, they just hate freaking having to take supplements. I hate it. I hate it. All right, let's get started. Oh, right from the get-go. Boundaries. Boundaries are needing to be established. I don't know that you're supposed to be feeling these things. I'm now kind of wondering, is this like a case of like the person is projecting at you, projecting, pushing um this energy so that way you feel the emotions. It's like, I hope you can feel this so that what? So that you reach out and what? All right, let me just I'm feeling a little bit catty right now. I mean, what are you supposed to do though? What are you supposed to do? Fix everything? If whoever this is wants a connection with you, they have to do what they need to do to rectify what they did to get this to where it is right now. Now, if you're the one that did something to create whatever type of discord this is, then yes, you need to do something, say something, whatever it is. But if someone did something to you, please don't make excuses for them. Please don't try and make up a story that excuses away how they hurt you. You don't have to be petty like I sometimes am. You don't have to hold grudges, just like you don't have to always be the one to fix things that you did not break. There are, see, this is the same sentiment that I'm kind of feeling. Eliza says, reach out and lose an arm. No thanks. I keep my limbs inside the vehicle at all times. If this is something where like you've reached out before, like at least once you've reached out before to try and like, hey, can we just make bygones be bygones? And they basically took that as an opportunity to punish you. I don't know that you need to reach out again. But I don't know all the answers. I'm the first to say that. I don't know all the answers. But I kind of just feel like if you've already done that in the past, and typical typical Pisces fashion, well, maybe they weren't ready then. Stop. Stop. Just stop. Stop with that. If they're ready now, then they can reach out to you now. Okay? This is about allowing yourself to establish the boundaries that are necessary for you to move on. Okay? Balance. Allowing yourself to maintain that balance in your life. It's almost a sense of like, for some of us, we need to allow some of that darkness. We need to allow some of that darkness to kind of come forward. Uh, Not to be hurtful or harmful, more like your dark aspects can be the very things that protect you, that keep you. I mean, I don't want to be like super dramatic and be like, keeps you safe from people's. Like, no, it helps to, I guess you could say, establish, maintain boundaries a little bit better. So sometimes that darkness needs to be the front and center. Give me 1 second. I finally found what went wrong. Don't wanna feel you. Don't want you on my mind. Okay. Hi, Ben. Okay, let's see. Homecoming. So someone wants to come home. You are their home. I don't know. I don't know. I It's causing my third eye to drain and everything. All right. So someone wants to come home. They want union. They want union. They don't know how to fix this. And I'm going to have to let Capricorn speak today. I don't want to hear someone today. So I'm just going to wear this on the side that they speak. So I'm going to let Capricorn take the mic for a second. Someone wants to come home. They want union because that's what it says at the bottom, union. Well, then they need to fix what they broke. They need to grow the F up and fix whatever it is they created or co-created. Like I said, if you have already reached out at some point and you had daggers thrown at you because you reached out and they weren't ready. Too fucking bad. Too fucking bad. you know, uh, you don't have to fix everything. You just don't. You don't have to fix everything. I've lived so much of my life trying to be the one to fix everything. I am usually not the one that breaks things, yet I'm the one that fixes it. Been there, done that, fuck that shit. That is our motto. If we can get a whole wall of been there, done that, fuck that shit. Okay, Capricorn, sit the fuck down. Okay, Capricorn, sit down. It's no longer your turn to talk, Capricorn. I'm just saying, though, been there, done that, fuck that shit. It's like, how many times do you have to burn your hand on the stove before you accept that's what the stove will do to your hand? If you're thinking you can wear a glove made of the years that you have been sitting and waiting for someone to rectify their attitude, and you think you can wear that as like an oven mitt, oh, shoot. Okay. I just got a notification. So long. Toodles. Toodles. See, people be thinking that their absence in your life is some type of punishment for you. And I hope that you channel some of my rebellion. Because I'd be like, oh, you're leaving? Let me know when you're gone so I could deadbolt that. I am totally like, if you're going to be hurtful and harmful to me, then that's going to be my attitude. And I would say that it's justified. I would say it's justified. Okay. Just, Michael went on this side. He goes, that's rude. What's rude? I have my mute button on. He says that's rude. Okay. So something's being started, initiation. Something is starting, right? It's the spilling of secrets. Secrets. What secrets? What secrets? I don't know. I don't know. But someone has been keeping a secret that I don't know. Could be so many different things. It's something that is just etched into their brain. It's absolutely etched into their brain. Learn to elevate violence to save. You don't want me in that mindset. You definitely don't want someone like me in that mindset, you know? um Healer. So if you are being tasked to be the healer, so when we read that Healer, we're thinking like healing, right? Like fixing things, healing things, yada 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 yada. I hear the word and it's like healer, like a dog, like how you train a dog to heal, like it just pays attention to you nonstop and walks staring at you so that it can anticipate what you want. And when you stop, it has to stop as well. That kind of healer. Is that how someone is feeling towards you? Because they haven't gotten their way with you? They're trying to justify their tantrum by seeing it as like you're forcing them to be something they're not, when in reality, all you did was like keep walking. All you did was keep walking. And now it's almost this thing of like you're the mean one for okay. You know what? Let's ask a really intense question. Are you playing a game with someone? That's a question. Are you playing a game with someone? And be honest with yourself. If y'all can tell me in the comments, if you've played a game, put hashtag player. If you haven't been playing a game, put hashtag no thank you. No thanks. Like I'm super curious. I'm super de duper curious. How many of you have actually been playing a game with someone? How many of you even know who this is? Hmm. That might even be the question. That might even be the question. I finally found what went wrong. Don't want to feel you. Don't want you on my mind. Don't want to feel you. Don't want you on my mind. I finally found the wrong in you. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. 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 There's like this thing that I'm looking for. I can read pictures, right? I don't need to know your name or anything about you, but if I see your picture, I can see exactly what's going on with you. So I'm looking at these pictures. Mhm. Convergence of some kind is happening. Reaching some type of event horizon for this convergence, this merger. And this is a pair. This is two people. And there's a disconnect that occurred. There is this like it's almost like a communication written on the face, but it's not being communicated, right? Um, one is kind of just trying to get into center, and the other one is like fully focused. Fully focused. Do they think this is a game? Like you're playing hard to get? Is that what it is? They're paying attention. They're paying attention. They're watching. They're watching, 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 watching. The other one is kind of just trying to mind their business, right? Just trying to mind their business. Ooh. Oh, Maria, are you okay? Ooh. Damn. Damn. I think I'm triggering people. Let me shift my direction. I don't want to cause unnecessary or non-beneficial triggering. You know what I mean? I want to thank you for helping me be mindful of that. There are threads of communication that are being weaved, and they go through two individuals, right? These webs of creation, these webs of communication, these webs of all sorts of different metaphysical things. And it's important to really, really see how you're mirroring each other. Okay. So hurt can trigger hurt in other people. I'm not trying to use that concept of hurt people, hurt people. I don't give a shit if you're hurt. You don't have the right to hurt other people intentionally. Okay. So here on this channel, you get no passes for being hurtful or harmful just because you've been through shit. I've been through a lot of shit and I don't do that intentionally, unless I'm out of control with myself. So, and I do correct myself if I realize I'm being intentionally hurtful and harmful. Now, here's the thing though. What I'm trying to say is sometimes when someone who is a hurt person behaves in a certain way that's hurtful, it can trigger the hurt that already exists within you. And that's like a mirroring that's occurring. And I mean, it's not fair, it's not okay, but it's definitely understandable the way in which this can be used to help you identify the parts of you that need your attention, that need your love. Okay. The parts of you, I'm not talking about someone else at this point. I'm talking strictly about you. What do you need from yourself? What do you need from yourself? Right. And I think um, with what Maria is talking about, um, you know, and thank you for sharing your vulnerabilities in such a visceral, very raw circumstance. Um, I think what Maria is helping us to see is that sometimes we have to make these decisions to provide for ourselves what we are so desperately needing from the people in our environment, but they are not willing, or maybe they're not even capable of giving that to us. So then, if that's the case, we have to give it to ourselves. And if remaining in that environment and that connection is going to interfere with your efforts to give yourself this love, well, then, as Maria did, she exited that environment. It doesn't make it easy just because it empowers you. Oftentimes, the things that empower you are the very things that hurt the most. The things that eventually empower you hurt the most in the beginning. And we have to allow ourselves to go through whatever our process is to find our personal power, to find ourselves once again, feeling emotions that do not belong to you. Like, ooh, these are communications that cause you to believe in things that are upside down. These are types of thought processes that oh no, it's hard. It's hard. They cause you to believe things that are upside down and to not believe in yourself. That's a phoenix on the rise. That's a phoenix rising. What I've found is that nothing gets more attention than a phoenix as she rises. There is no rule in creation that says a phoenix must rise from her own ashes. A true phoenix is not afraid of the destruction that she must travel through in order to get to the point of flight. There's no fear of loss. There's no fear of what needs to be let go of, you know, all of these different things that people want to hold on to. It's kind of just this opening up of the hand. And it's hard. Regardless, you have to walk your truth. You have to walk your truth. You just do. You have to get to a point where it's clear to you and you accept the gravity of what this clarity is telling you, where it is clear that you need to begin loving yourself before you love other people. People who are not willing or able. Ooh, I popped it back in. People who are not willing or able. What? Hold on. What? Um, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, someone is afraid to go through that transformation and start a new chapter. The cosmic connection is upside down. These are choices that they're making. That's why I have zero mercy, zero desire to understand, be patient, or any of that. There is no hope at communication until they enter into this limitless space. Transformation, new chapter, cosmic connection, and choices. It is their choice to remain in this upside down state. I'm just saying, listen, 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 okay? Listen, hear me, please. Hear me, please. Your life is not an episode or a season of Stranger Things, and you are not Elle. I'm just saying, you are not 11, and this is not a season of Stranger Things. You did not open the gate. You did not bring the upside down into this world. It is not your fault that demigorgons exist. And if this mofo wants to keep acting like a demigorgon, then they need to just stay in the upside down. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. People need to be held accountable, you know? They need to be held accountable for their choices. I'm not talking about punishing. I'm talking about understanding that choices were made, consciously decided, and that's that. If you chose to take a hammer and hammer your thumb, do I need to feel badly for you? Or do I need to be like, you tripping? I'm not putting my hands on the table. You might hammer my thumb too. What's wrong with you? No, I'm not going to offer up my thumb because you smashed yours on purpose. Your thumbs are important. Your thumbs are important. Your sense of self and who you are is important. The parts of you that give you the ability to grab onto things, to grasp, to receive is important. And if accepting this person, whoever it is for you, whether it is family, whether it is a past relationship, um, whether it's whatever, you know, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those them things. It's just one of them things. uh Hope is upside down. There's no hope. There's no hope at communication. There's no hope. There's no hope. I'm done with the readings of like, oh my god, they're thinking. I don't give a shit what you're thinking of. Why do you guys have to continue to care what someone is thinking of? They're thinking of you. Okay, how cute. After a certain age, after a certain level of development, it's not enough for the person to simply think of you. It's like, I needed help with something, and you thought of me when I needed help instead of actually taking the action that would help me. That is not enough. That is not enough. It's not enough. It's just not. It's not enough, and I'm not willing to settle. Why should you be willing to settle? Why? Why do you have to settle? That it's enough for them to just think of you? If I need $10 for gas because I'm stranded, is it going to be enough for people to think of me and hope that I get that gas money? I'm stranded. Is that well wishing enough? There gets a point that you reach. You get to this point where it's like action is what's necessary. Action is what proves exactly what it is they're trying to convey with their words. I like to think my action is the actual communication, and my words are simply a reiteration of what my actions have already told you. That's how you enter into this limitless space. This space where you are your own hero, you are your own savior, you have your own connections to divinity, and you have your own guidance. You're no longer relying on someone else. Michael says, what if the problem is they are afraid that you won't need them? What a fucking child. See, when it comes to a person like me, a woman like me, I don't need people. So when I allow you to be a part of my life, when I allow you to be present in my life, that is a much greater honor than me simply needing you here to get something done. I am choosing you. And if that's not enough, if you need me to be weakened so that you can feel needed, Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Are you guys falling for that? Have you guys fallen for that um logic, that communication, that mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No. If I've chosen you and me choosing you isn't enough, then I have to accept that you don't see that I am enough for you, that your insecurities outweigh the gravity of me. So go on then. Stay insecure in your life. Embrace that insecurity. Allow that insecurity to fill the void that will be left behind as I walk away, because I'm good off of that kind of behavior. I'm so, so good off of that. I'm so good off of that. I'm not the kind of person that tosses people away just because I found a replacement for you. If you're in my life, it's because I cherish you and no one can ever replace you. I don't care how alike someone else is, they can't replace you ever, ever. If you are in my life, it's because I cherish you. I don't just allow people in my life. Are you kidding me? Please. It's people in their insecurity that ends up messing up their own space. All right, your hard work is paying off. So I assume this is for the person that's starting to get a better grasp of how they can empower themselves through all of this craziness that's going on, right? Um, we really have to just make sure that what's going on is something that's helping you to process where you're at in your journey. Now, for some of us, we're going through this type of situation to learn this. Okay? Let's not strictly focus on the other person going through their struggles of trying to reach a higher level of maturity, a depth of maturity. Hmm. Oh, Lord. And what if someone were to say, not everyone is as strong as you? Some people need that reassurance. Some people need a little bit of a leg up in order to reach that same level of development that you've reached. How do you guys feel about that? It to me it feels like gaslighting, right? To me it feels as though this reading is agitating me. It's agitating me. All right. So This is some type of soul-based testing and connection. You and your loved ones are safe. Bring love into the situation. They're both in reverse. Okay. They're both in reverse. So it's this sense of like this subject, this very thing might be what's being used to really distract you. Um, a win-win outcome is forecast. Believe in the impossible. It's like right now, logic needs to be used more than that, uh, but belief in the potentiality. So it's a time for healing, a time to give rather than to take. So these are paired together, right? So a time for healing, and this one is a time to give rather than to take. But since it's in reverse, it's almost this sense of allowing yourself to receive your love and your grace is what will lead to your self healing. Okay, it's what will lead to your healing. Your dreams need a practical plan. Oh, but then at the same time, it's like it's almost like contradictory, right? um, being logical, but also being able to make decisions that seem illogical, but in reality, when you allow yourself to sit down and think of it, do you guys hear or feel that? I got a rowdy one over here, just yelling, yelling, yelling. This yelling that's taking place, I'll just, maybe some of you need to hear it. What I'm hearing is leave, just leave. Like a solid break is needed, like clean cut. Are you guys aware that for quite a few, um, by you simply trying to help, trying to keep company, trying to this, trying to that, that is a cord that continues to be maintained. That this person knows that they can play the poor me card, and that will be what enables them to manipulate you into enabling their access to you. You know, it's just one of those things. Like, I've had people that I'm like, you're not good for me, you're not good in my life, I gotta just, snip snip, right? Snip snip. And then they will think of the different ways in which they can suffer and struggle, and that sometimes can get me to kind of falter on my decision and actually let them have access to me again. And I've recognized this. And so now I don't allow this. Once you're out, you're out. No matter what happens, you got to deal with that on your own. I'm no longer going to be helping. I'm no longer going to be accessible. Some tragic life thing happened. I wish them well, but I'm not a part of their life anymore. I've had people who have done like the most insane, asinine things to me. And then they think like, oh, I can I can get her to help me again if I just blah blah blah. Let me show you guys this. This is a snippet of a conversation that I had with a good friend years ago. Years ago, and I happened to see it in my or maybe I don't have it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Here, you can look at this while I look for the picture. I'm just saying. Here, hold on. Hold on. We'll get this to you guys so that you you have something to look at while I look at the picture. Uh, oops. Or look for the picture. Here you go. I'm going to show you this while I go and get the other picture. Let me go to albums. All right. I finally found what went wrong. Don't want to feel you. Don't want you on my mind. Don't want to feel you. Here. Enjoy this. Hold on. There. Just take a look at that. Just go ahead and take a look at that, because I mean, because you should just look at that. Here's a picture that I wanted to send. Hold on, it's sending. Here. Here. Here's the picture I was looking for. Take that down. Hold on. Read this really quick. Read this. Truth be told, I can't really hate either. I'm sad. I'm angry. I don't understand why they can't love me like I love them. I go mute for years and disappear like I never existed. But if they called and said they need me, I would come running like I never stopped loving. I think that's how we're made. We're made to fight because that fight is a facet of love. I'm tired. My heart and my soul are tired. Yet I still manage to love. And that's a thing. How many of us can relate to this? Where your heart and your soul are tired, you're exhausted, you disappear, and people carry on like you never existed and you never mattered, except when they need something. And when they need something and they call you or text you, you would absolutely come running. You would come running and do whatever it is that needs to be done because that's just how you love. That's how you love. And you can't stop loving people in that way. And what I've learned for myself is that I can never stop being a lover. That's who I am. I love people. But I realize now I don't have to have the same depth of love and obligation for every single person. That at some points I can go ahead and I can choose. Choose what? Choose me. Choose my needs. That I can choose to fulfill whatever it is that I need to do right now, today. I can do those things for myself. I don't have to do it for everyone. I can do it for the ones that I cherish. There's a select few that I cherish. I can't do that for everyone. See, here's the thing. For many of us, we would bleed for someone we love, right? And if they truly love us, all we would actually be able to lose were but a few drops of blood before they go out of their way to make sure to stop the bleeding because they care for you. Your well being is just as important for them. If you're willing to bleed for people who don't care how much you've bled, I don't know. I don't know how you're going to survive that. I don't know how you could possibly survive that. You realize you need a certain amount of blood in your body before your organs begin to fail. Kidneys, for example, they have to remain profuse with blood. If you don't have enough blood in your system, your kidneys will shut down. That's catastrophic. That's catastrophic. Sometimes the ways in which we love other people, people who are not worthy of that depth of love. And it is okay for you to determine if people are worthy or not worthy of that depth of love. That is okay. That is within your right as a person, as a human being, to make these judgments because judgments are necessary. Judgments are the very things that help you to understand what should and should not be allowed. It is a condemnation that is unnecessary. The moment I judge you as being toxic for me, I'm going to leave you alone. Is that me saying you're a bad person? No, that's me saying, I don't think you're very healthy for me. I'm sure you're a good person with other people, just not for me. So I don't need to learn that lesson with you. I'm just going to leave you alone. Mhm. See, judgment is necessary. We don't spend enough time cultivating healthy judgment abilities. Judgment is a component of discernment, right? Condemnation is not. It's condemnation that we need to stay away from. Because really, in my life, gosh, I've come across so many people. And so many people, I've had this personal opinion of how amazing they are. Just amazing. Just amazing. So much love for those people. And lo and behold, the people in their life don't think they're amazing because of the history they've shared with them. That's not a history that I share with them. That's not a history I will be sharing. Not because I'm so powerful and I'm so important that I'd never experience something like that. No, not that at all. More that the moment I start to get wind of that, I'm not going to stick around. I'm not going to stick around. I've been with enough people who are users, people who are extremely toxic for me. I don't need that lesson again. I've learned it already. There's no need to repeat that for me. So I'll just move forward without them. Yeah. Quite a few of my friends, um, they've had some pretty significant life circumstance happen. One of my friends from years ago at this point, one of the very few people that I've agreed to meet in person. Um, at the time I went to meet him, um, he was in the middle of dealing with a pretty serious addiction. Pretty serious. Yeah. And what's that mean? I'm not providing you any of that, nor am I going to enable that. But just because you're struggling through that does not mean you are less than. It does not mean that you need to be isolated. The reason you have that struggle is because you felt isolated. So come, share space with me. You can't do that around me. Share space with me. Let's have a real friendship. Yes. We're still friends to this day. They've been sober for quite a few years now. That's not a secret for them either. And every once in a while, I message them privately and I remind them how proud I am to be their friend, that they've accomplished so much for themselves because they chose to, because they finally got to a place in their life where they realize they deserve more life than what that addiction struggle is providing them. It's a beautiful thing. It's a very huge honor to witness someone in their unfoldment, to be allowed to be part of their process of blossoming. It's a very huge honor. But see, here's the thing, just because you're in a process of blooming, and I'm aware of this, it doesn't mean that out of love for you, I'm going to go ahead and bring into my home bags of fertilizer. No, I have standards. I'm not bringing that into my house. You can come in my house. Your bags of manure need to stay outside. You see how that works? I can love other people now without stopping my love for myself. And that's a hard thing to learn for most people who are lovers. This world has programmed us to believe, to feel as though we're not being good people unless we are withholding from ourselves in order to give to someone else. No, that has to stop. These emotions that you're feeling, do they even belong to you? Do they belong to you, those emotions? Are they yours? Or are these emotions simply you not calibrating your shield in a way that filters out other people's experiences? You have the capacity, the ability to filter out other people's experiences. Do you know that, right? Do you still have cords that are attached? And these cords are what's being used to access you, energetic cords. And no, in case you missed the conversation several live streams back, cords cannot simply be cut, cords cannot simply be ripped out. There is an appropriate way to do that that will prevent etheric hemorrhaging. Show the world the real you. It's time for you to allow the world to really, truly see who you are. See who you are as you love yourself. Go through that whole process and love yourself. Allow people to witness you loving yourself, because that's how other people will learn how to love themselves. They don't learn based off of what you say. They learn based off of what they witness you living through, the way in which you process your life. How many of you have been positively affected by witnessing me processing my life out loud? All right. So there's shadow work that's happening, and that shadow work is leading to a metamorphosis, right? It's leading to the changes that are necessary. So, if we're still referencing that mirrored pair, one has already exited that chrysalis. One has gone through the process. They've exited the chrysalis. The other one is still there, but they're ripened. They're getting to a point where they actually might come out of the chrysalis soon. Okay? So, the best way to be patient with someone else's process is by really just getting on with your life, moving forward with your life. Are you guys aware of that? Like when you sit and wait around for someone to go through the process that you believe they need to go through in the time frame they need to go through it that you think they need to go through. Um, because you're setting the timeline. No, you can't do that. You can't. But at the same time, you can't just sit around and wait. The best way to be patient with someone else's process is to simply move on with your life. So sometimes, like, years ago, when our old girl was still like super duper in her prime, um, so she's a working breed, and she was, um, what the heck breeds were they? But it was mixed with an English bulldog. Bulldogs are notorious for being hard-headed. So she can be hard-headed, right? And her thing was, when we would take her out into the wilderness and she would be off leash, it would be this thing of like, let's go. Come on, let's go. And she just look at you like, I'm not ready. I'm still sniffing flowers and staring at trees and just thinking about life. And you really can't get her to budge. She was just like, keep looking around, ignore you. Um, but she'd never run away. So what was the thing there? I realized that she always wants to be within a certain proximity to our family. Like that's her thing. Like she's not willing to compromise that. She doesn't want to be further than X amount of feet away from our family. So after a while, it was this thing of like, bye, we're leaving. It's no longer, let's go, girl. Come on, come on. No, it's like, we're leaving. And we all just start walking. And she's like, no, don't leave me. Don't leave me behind. And she would run after us. And, she would run slightly ahead of us and wait and just sit there and kind of look at us like, come on, guys, But that was the thing, is that us not moving was a very thing that enabled her to also not move. So there's a very real potentiality that you walking forward is the very thing that could encourage someone else to also walk forward on their own path with their own life. I don't think you should walk forward as an ultimatum. I don't think you should ever give anyone an ultimatum. I think you should make decisions based on what you need. And if they cannot fulfill that need, then goodbye. Goodbye. Just goodbye. Right? I need to work out. I'm losing some strength. Okay. All right. Card number 15. Fire cleanser. Oh shit. Someone's about to be baptized in the flame. And it ain't you. It ain't you. Marlene says another cycle is starting. Another cycle is starting. And so when it comes to people who are accustomed to maltreating you, there has a tendency to be a cycle, right? Where they will do something to maltreat you, and then you'll threaten to leave, and then they'll be on their best behavior. I will change. I promise. I love you. La da 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 da. You just, it's because you made me so mad. It's giving me a rash. Yo, I'm getting a rash. Um, and it's always the same cycle. It's always the same cycle. For some of you, you've been in this cycle for so long, you can even begin to predict, like, okay, ooh, they're getting riled up. They're getting riled up in a day or so. They're going to blow up at me. And once they blow up at me, they'll be really, really nice to me for X amount of days before it's kind of neutral again for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. And then another, oh, they're starting to get riled up again. I have about another day or two before they blow up at me. And, so you already see the cycles. You already see the cycles. You've been trying to tiptoe through those cycles. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. The tiptoeing is no longer going to work. So another cycle is starting. And Marlene is kind of just like, leave now before. But see, here's the thing, Marlene. Um, First off, how did you? Michael gave her a megaphone. I can hear her even with my ear shielded. Anywho, uh, here's the thing, Marlene. Some people cannot just take the word of others. They need to experience it first, again and again and again, before they allow themselves to be like, okay, I do need to leave. That's up to them, though. That's up to them, right? That's up to them. Receiving sigil. So, for whoever needs to hear this, you're receiving the confirmation you need. You're receiving that confirmation that it's about time to go. Unless you like to be roasted, you know? Are you a marshmallow? I want to be a marshmallow. A fluffy marshmallow. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Card number 41, receiving sigil, right? You're receiving, you're getting all of these messages. I know for some, this is very triggering, you know? Right, Ben, it's like a wrecking ball. I came in on a wrecking ball. I never swung so hard at love. All you did was break me. I'm just really trying so hard. Galactic heritage and innocence. Galactic heritage and innocence. It's this sense of like, being unaware, being just really T-boned, sideswiped, that this is something that it's unavoidable. This is who they are. This is who they are. Be rid of that logic that you can love someone into wholeness. You cannot. If they don't choose to pick up their pieces and put them back where they belong, those pieces will remain exactly where they are. Just because you see the potentiality of someone does not then obligate that someone to tap into that potential. I hate feeling like I'm trying to convince someone of something. I hate that feeling. You either already feel this for yourself and recognize how beautiful of a person you are and how much more you deserve, or you don't. You're either willing to or you're not. I don't feel like I should try and convince you that you are worth more than what you believe. Like I can see you're worth more than what you're settling for, but why should I try and convince you of this? I'm sorry, I can't get in control of myself and my energy. Because of something parasitic. Things are happening in your life to try and build you up. There is something parasitic that continues to affect you and your perception. What you're needing is a clarification, a clarifier. That's what this reading is. It's providing you the clarification that you need for whatever situation you're facing. Ooh, why did I read it like that? So, okay, ancestral magic, but it's in reverse. Your ancestors are not supporting this decision. If you think that your ancestors are supporting this decision to continue to remain in toxic situations, toxic connections, they're not. They're just not. So, this card, soul journey, but I keep wanting to read it as solo journey. A solo journey. Soul journey. Hold on. I finally found. Where is my book? Hold on. There. My runes book. All right. I finally found the wrong in you. Okay. So I'm trying to find a specific rune. The one that looks like an R. I finally found the wrong in you. Okay. It's a route of travel. It rules over the cosmic laws of right and order. Therefore, like Jera, it's useful for legal matters, especially when you've been unjustly accused and need to bring those forces of right to bear on the issue. Obtaining justice according to right, safe and comfortable travel. This rune right here. This one right here. It's about obtaining justice. And maybe you have to travel solo in order to reach that point of justice. You know? Order. From chaos came order. I think life is very chaotic right now for some because things are being reordered, restructured. So the abundance sigil is in reverse. Blockages abound. Blockages like a mofo. Intuition. Someone's been ignoring their intuition and it's been detrimental to your journey. It's up to you. It really, truly is up to you. Um, whether or not you want to listen to your intuitive urges, whether or not you want to receive my messages as confirmation of what your intuition is already telling you. I'm not pulling all those here. Fine. Fine. But I'm not reading the whole thing for all of those. The Dance Unveiling, Sisters of the Star Blossoms, Dynasty of the Divine Mother. So 9933. Okay. This has to do with sisters. Sisters of the star blossoms and sisters of light. Meddling ass stuff. Meddling. So maybe this is a message of going from a seated position, compliant, and standing up, realizing you have more arms than you realized, realizing you're capable of more than what you gave yourself credit for. I finally found the wrong in you. Don't want to feel you. Don't want you on my mind. No, I'm not pulling more cards. No. I refuse. I am not pulling more. These are it. Well, I mean, from this deck I will, but I'm not pulling out another deck. I finally found the wrong in you. All right. So the only wish of the Divine Mother Goddess is that all beings be spiritually free. The Divine Goddess calls us to realize our true nature, to fall in love with our own divinity. Enlightenment is a culmination of many small steps, each one as a drop of water forming a divine ocean of peace, realization, love, and unity within us, an ocean that washes away fear, separation, and scarcity, and bathes us in abundance and bliss. You carry the torch of enlightenment within you. Let it shine each day. Ooh, they're carrying a torch for you. uh, hmm. Hello. Asperger's. I laugh at inappropriate times. What? What? Okay, card number 36, the dance unveiling. There is a situation in your life that's about to reveal itself to you with greater clarity. Just like sand shifting, the picture will seem clearer and quite different to how it once appeared to you. This clarity will bring you great relief and confirmation of your intuition. Be patient and allow the revelation to come to you at the perfect time. For some of you, not all, for some of you, a select few, and you know who you are, because this will resonate profoundly. A person is keeping tabs on your online activity. They're looking at what you're looking at. They don't like it. I don't know. Maybe they're seeing that you watch me and they don't like it. Shit's about to pop off over it. It's about to pop off over it. I don't know. It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. It's crazy to me that people would have an issue with you watching me. Like, are we going out to dinners and stuff? Do you have my personal phone number? Is that what it is? You have my personal phone number, and we have these late night conversations, and you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I an issue? Why am I an issue? Oh, because I'm a way shower and I don't have crippling fear and I have rebellion. I don't care what they want. I think a lot of people, if you're experiencing that where someone absolutely hates that you're watching me, you have to ask yourself why. Is it because with you watching me without us having private conversations, because really I have private conversations with 4 people, literally 4 people. That excludes quite a bit. And if they have an issue with you watching me, I mean, there might be the very real possibility that by you just simply sharing this space with me, I empower you, and they don't like that. See, that's why I love Maria. She says, it's their problem, not mine. If they don't like it, I don't give an F. Capital F at that. I love you, Maria. It's just, you have to make these decisions on your own. Um, I'm not trying to tell you to continue watching me. What I'm saying is, why do they have a real issue with you watching me? I'm some random YouTuber. I'm a random person. Uh-huh. But they know. They know that you watch me. And they don't like it. And they're about to have a fat ass tantrum. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So over here, um, who said that? Denast, are does someone in your life not want you watching me? uh, and then we have Eliza over here. Her ex didn't want her watching me. I was aware of that. And that's why I had some words for him. I had some words for him. If you want to try and get aggressive with me, he can call my husband. I'm just saying. Call my husband, let him know. Okay. So, Dinast says yes, that someone in their life did not like him watching me. Well, thank you for continuing to join me anyways. I love rebellion. I love rebellion. I love rebels. Yes. Card number 27, Sisters of the Star Blossoms. It's good to remember that while we take our own unique journey back into divine bliss and truth, we have plenty of friends that love us unconditionally and wish to help us find the way home with the least suffering and greatest joy. When we allow ourselves to be helped, we help others too. It's a spiral of support and love that's wishing to connect more so with you now. So, I mean, really though, like what I really want to do is raise enough funds to be able to subscribe to this service that will create an entire mobile app that you guys can download for free. I'm talking about creating my own Facebook. That's what I'm talking about. Where you can live stream on there and you could, all of this stuff. That's what I'm talking about. I want to be able to generate enough that I can do that and have a space where we can really, really come together as a community and more than just live streams. Like it's 24 hours a day where you guys can talk to each other and all of that. Oh, you've been here for 4 years and running. I'm here to stay. Hell yes. Hell yes. Be a rebel, Denast. Is it Dynasty? Let me stop. Is that how you're supposed to pronounce your screen name? That cracked me up. I love that. I love that. Yeah, no, I mean, why does someone have to tell you what to do? You know why I love my husband so much? You know why I love this man so much? He never tells me what to do. He never tells me no, but he does tell me when he doesn't want me to do something, he will say to me, I don't know why you're asking me. You already made up your mind, going to do whatever you want anyways. And I'm just like, ew, fine, I won't then. I love it. I love it. All right, let's see. Card number 33. 10 Sisters of Light. You're an advanced soul and have lived many incarnations, shown your light through many different faces. Your soul has learned many skills in past lives, developed abilities and talents. This lifetime is a culminating lifetime in the sense that your soul is drawing together potencies developed over many lifetimes into unified expression. It's like drawing on the power of 10 sisters or more into your one current lifetime. Be prepared to grow and shine. All right. Ooh, ooh. There is this intensity that I'm feeling, this intensity that is causing. Do you guys feel that heat? It's getting hot. Is that my is that my hormones? What's going on? It's starting to get real effing hot. I still have a fan on and it's hot. Mm. I'm not here to argue. It's important to know that. I'm not here to argue. I don't necessarily like to argue. Um, no, I don't think it's you. This is an excessive amount of frequency that only certain types of people can reach. It's this intensification that's going on. It's a process of something. So I'm going to have to get going soon. 1, 2. No, not 4. 4. Gosh, hate that. No. 5. Dang it. Well, hello. Well, hello there with your. Let me stop. Okay. Let me stop. All right. Michael says to start with this one. Whatever. So this card fell out as I was putting the deck away. Card number 36. He says to me, "What did you say hello to?" I was saying hello to the arrows. Okay, stop. I am Piscean. Oh, I'm Piscean, and just don't read too far. Don't read too far into the things that I say and do. Okay, half the time I don't even put thought into it. I just said hello. Okay, so hold on. What? Card number 36. Sorry. Get it together, woman. Get it together. Card number 36, Artha of Kali. Her heart contains the seeds of your soul and complete awareness of the divine destiny she has always intended for you. There's a sacred purpose for which you were born and a meaningful, divinely protected pathway for you to fulfill it. Only you can decide to put your faith and commitment into that path and to take one step at a time in honoring what has value to your heart, tuning into her loving plan. In taking those steps, the pathway will reveal itself and show you, and you shall attract great blessings that will benefit all beings. Why are y'all laughing? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, My husband used to take archery. Let me just stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Just stop, girl. Okay. Ooh, reflections of each other. 3 plus 6 is 9, and then we have card number 9. Samsara. Okay. She wields the holy sword of divine severance, empowering the soul in radical letting go. She instills the courage to bear the pain of loss and the wisdom to realize a secret blessing that can only arise when we embrace change. Where our strength of will may falter, she intervenes to ensure we do not sabotage our ultimate fulfillment and spiritual progress. She will not allow our souls to be ensnared in any kind of deception or trapped in fear. She is the liberator, and her sword clears the path, revealing truth. Hmm. Do y'all know I have swords, like real swords? Like real swords. Let me hold on. You guys want to see my sword? Maybe not. Maybe not. But I do have swords, different kinds. Different kinds. I have 3 that I'm working on, like actual real swords that I've been working on. And oh my god, I hope you called the cops but didn't go outside. Girl, see what I'm saying? Oh my god. Marlene, is that the potential? Is that the potential? Is that why you are wanting that separation to occur? Cuz look. I woke up at 6 a.m. to a couple fighting and screaming. Dude hit her with a car. She was limping so bad. Are you worried that your person will be hit with a car? Because that's too much. That's too much. That is just way too much. You. All right. So these 2 cards go together, right? 3 plus 6 is 9, and then this card was the number 9. Weaponry, fighting, um, a need to let go. There is a need to let go and drop the fear because card number 12, Kalyantra. She's your inner power to evoke a positive shift in your circumstance. If anything required for success be lacking, the Divine Mother shall provide it, bridging the divide between you and the manifestation of your intentions. You are crossing a critical spiritual threshold. I'm shaking. I'm fucking pissed. Bridging the divide between you and the manifestation of your intentions. You're crossing a critical spiritual threshold. She is the true guardian and guide. Stay focused on what matters to your heart, and you shall remain faithfully connected to her protective presence within. Allow distractions to fall away and continue to commit to your soul journey. A more beautiful experience of your life path awaits you. Stay in your lane. That is not your business. Not my business to be involved in. Blue Tara, card number 17. Sweet Mother of Peace now bestows her gifts of clarity, peace, and the power to overcome any negative condition. Just as a beautiful lotus grows from muddied waters, so too shall you arise from confusion, difficult circumstance, and heavy energies into sacred blossoming. If you feel held back or slowed down by your circumstance, remember that your soul has the ability to process all experiences and become stronger, not weaker, through doing so. The oracle indicates healing and a positive prediction for a peaceful future. I really have it in me. I really just have it in me. Let me not. Let me not. Let me just not. Let me not. let me not. I'm totally the wrong one on the right day, bitch. I will be. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, I don't have the time to really do this, but part of me, just out of pure rebellion, feels like, oh, if someone doesn't want you to watch me, message me. We'll chat. We'll talk. We'll chat just so it can be an extra sprinkling of fuck who you think you are. You cannot tell me what to do and who to be around and who to not be around because been there, done that, fuck that shit. I'm just saying. But I don't really have time for that. I might not answer. I'm just saying. Card number 28, our divine mother who knows all, with every answer and every mystery within her power to disclose, provides knowledge at the right time in the best way. An answer to your question shall be provided. Do not immediately dismiss intuitions that are unexpected or lead you into unknown territory. Rest and reflect upon your insights, allowing your wisdom rather than a reaction to distill their usefulness and value. An entirely new perspective about a matter of importance is awakening. A secret shall be revealed, and all you need to know will be given to you. So, I have a way of knowing when people actually truly need me, not just based out of fear, but have a true need. I know when those messages come in, and I'm usually the one who answers them. I feel it right before the message actually is sent. I can feel it. I can feel it when someone who actually truly needs me and needs that connectivity is reaching out and they actually, really, truly, not based on their fear, need that connectivity with me. And I know. I know and I answer. That's not to say that I will answer everyone. It's not. That's not to say that just because you really truly feel like you need to connect with me that I will answer your message. This has to be communicated on a soul level. That's why I know, because it's on a soul level. Oh, wow. Yogi Yogi. Most people in my life don't want me watching you and think I'm fucking crazy because I do. But like I said before, IDGAF, they can go fluster fluff themselves. They can. They can. Yogi, you gonna come live with me at some point, right? Are you gonna come live with me at some point, right? I would love for you to talk about something that we talked about before. I would. I would. I would love that. And yeah. Ooh, more than videos, I'll say more control over what's watched, sent, received, but I am uncomfortable feeling it in the air. Changes coming. Uh, I don't know. I can't live like that. I can't live being controlled by someone else. I just can't. Everything in me would rather die. Not even trying to be dramatic, just speaking flat out truth, like unadulterated truth. I would literally rather die. Because to have that, to be treated in that way, is certain slow death for a person like me. To be controlled and made to feel badly for who I am. That's ugly. And I deserve more than that. Okay, let's see. If someone says not to watch, there might be a truth they don't want you to know, don't want you empowered, don't want you in a community without them, don't want you to rise up and be happy. I say F them. You remember, Billy. You remember. You remember how that went. Yeah, no, there was a period where a specific person realized they could no longer control me and that I am fearless when I'm pissed. And that their whole house of cards might falter. It might crumble if I was not subdued. And so they went and they told everyone that they're not allowed to watch me, they're not allowed to support me in any way. This sense of like if they're even caught on one of my live streams, because on Facebook, they if you're friends with someone, they can see if you are watching the live stream with them. You know, while it's live, you can see if your friends are on the live stream too. And so they had people watching my live stream to make sure none of the flock was watching me. Yeah. Why? Why so scared? Why so scared? Because you can't answer the question that I asked about why you need those plates for, about what you're building. Because I know exactly what you're building. I went inside it. I went in your head and I went inside it and I saw exactly what you were building. And I told you privately. And it scared you because I described to a T exactly where you're brought when you go into those trance states. And you knew that I knew. You knew that I knew. You'll never build it. Do you know why? Because I won't let you. That's why. You'll always reach a roadblock before you can complete it. The people you need will always bow out before you can truly use them. And yes, it's funny to me. I find it hilarious. And I don't need to check up and see if you've done this or that because I don't give a fuck. You'll never build that. Ever. And it's hilarious to me. It really is, though. It really is. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. So I got to go. I have sessions that will be starting. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Ooh, I do want to emphasize this. What I've been feeling more and more of. Let me find it. Where did you go? Where did you go? It has to do with quartz. I don't know where I put the thing. I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put the link. I have to find it in my notepad. I have to find it in my notepad. Hold on, guys. I'll find it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I take so many notes, it's ridiculous. I can't just read an article. I have to like put it in its own notepad and do all of that shit because y'all, a lot of the downloads that are coming in for me is I can't say it on a public live stream. Like I just can't say it on a public live stream. I don't know where it is. Hold on. I can't find it. My brain sort of went somewhere else. I have a chord workshop that's coming up. And it's something that you guys should definitely consider being a part of. Um, oh my gosh. These downloads that are coming in, they have to do with really life altering things. Life altering things. And it's important. It's important that I continue with that. And so I take a whole bunch of notes like daily. I don't know where it is. Yeah. I don't know where it is. I don't know where I put it. I'm good though. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. There. Chord Lab. There we go. I'm actually getting more downloads right now for things that are very profound, very, very intense level work. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So, the Chord Lab, if you want to know how to address the chords in your life, you don't necessarily need sessions unless it's something that's intricate, something that's extremely complex. Now, with this Chord Lab, I'm going to be teaching how to properly assess and address the chords that are connected into you. Most energetic practitioners, and I say most, and what I mean is everyone outside of those who have certified in my Kokoro 33 program, I have never met another energetic practitioner that does not use chords the way I do not use chords. Okay. So if you've had a lot of work done by other people, you probably have a lot of chords that are still remaining in you. Okay. This Chord Lab workshop will address so many different things. There's two options. One is just attending the live workshop. It's about 4.5 hours, very, very intensive. And we're going to go through the techniques together. You'll get a PDF and you'll have access to the recording after the event is done. And the other option is to attend, plus also have a secondary exclusive portion just for people who select this enhanced ticket option, where not only will I address all of your chords for you, we'll also go through multiple levels of activation that will help to prevent more chords from being installed and really long-term care of the chords. Okay. Some chords do need to exist, and some people have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to chords. Okay. That's just the reality of it. A lot of the information that I teach in these workshops, it's not really information that you can find online because that's not where I get my information from. No one taught me how to do the work that I do. It's not me copying some book. It's not me doing a Google search and finding information on Google and pretending like it's mine. No, this is from years, an entire lifetime of work and learning that I've done on my own. So, for those who don't really know, I don't learn like other people. I am a quantum divergent. I'm not just a neurodivergent. I am a quantum neurodivergent. So the way I learn, it is not like other people. When I say an entire lifetime of learning, benefit from that, benefit from my wealth of knowledge. Okay. So I got to get going. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Marlene has a message for you guys. She says, don't be afraid. It won't end up in the way you think. Don't be afraid. Okay? Don't be afraid. Don't. So with this, Athena commented, any chords, well, I'll say this, maybe ask Emmy question based on topic and that which it falls under, but I appreciate it all. Nice, tough. Any love is too appreciated. Who's your source? The source. My source is not the source. People don't know what the source is. The human brain is not capable of comprehending the gravity of what that source is. And to bring that information down into your physical brain to process, which is necessary to be able to understand on a human level, that will distort the information. So what is my source? My Rishic self. I have full access to my Rishi. That is my source. When I access my Rishi, and if people can't explain to you how they access their Rishi, they're full of shit. They watch this live stream and they just want to sound like me. When I access my Rishi, it's a communication that's encoded, encrypted. It cannot be corrupted. And because my Rishi exists at the upper echelon of this time-space matrix, it does not compress, therefore distort the information. I do not get my information from source. I do not believe in the I am. That is a corrupted program run by Draconians. I do not get my information from the collective consciousness. The collective consciousness inherently contains distortions within the morphogenetic template because it has to step down in creation in order to be received in this particular harmonic universe that we exist within. That is multiple steps down in creation that leads to compression, compression, compression. What does that mean? The information given is distorted by virtue of that compression. Molecular compaction is real as fuck. It causes miasmic distortions that then further devolve the information. It does not help you to evolve, it devolves you. Case in point, raise your vibration, high vibe. Vibratory rate is inversely connected to the oscillatory rate. They are inversely connected. When you raise your vibration, you lower your oscillation. Oscillatory rate is what determines your frequency rate. Your frequency level is the level of dimensional consciousness you exist within. Y'all, I'm just saying, I know I play a lot and I play like I don't know much, but take the chord class. Take the chord class. Take the chord class and find your truth for yourself. My classes are never meant to make you dependent on me, ever. It never, ever, 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 ever is designed to make you dependent on me. None of my classes. All of my classes, whether you're a part of the membership, certification program, a workshop, multiple workshops, it's always about you finding your power within yourself. I simply remind you. I simply remind you. If you've ever been curious about workshops that I have, it's about you finding your power. It's never about you becoming dependent on me. Ever. Be careful of what you listen to. A lot of that esoteric new age stuff that comes from a corrupted transcription of the CDT plates. Those were intentionally sabotaged. How do I know this? I was part of the team that transcribed it. I'm not joking. We intentionally fucked that shit up. Why? Because we knew what the plan was. Yeah. So I don't get my information from source, because the source that's referenced by all the, evolved woke people, the high vibe people, that source is a principality of hell. It's an archon. It's the very archon that controls the draconian, who controls the reptilians, who controls the zetas, who controls all of the other stuff. Just saying. Just saying. The only way I will continue to teach is if in my teaching efforts, you become more empowered and more my equal, the equal that I see you to be and that you struggle to believe you are. That's the only way I'll continue teaching. I do not wish to be placed on a pedestal. I do not wish to be worshiped and elevated amongst all of you. No, my place is shoulder to shoulder with you. And that's the only place I'll stay. So check out that workshop. It's time for you to really step into your place of power, a power that's rightfully yours and you have access to. You just forgot the key code. Lucky for you, I have the skeleton key. Love it. See you guys.